All right. Hi, I'm David. This is Carol, and we are the Rickermans.
If you guys would be willing, how have Doug and Meg really come alongside you guys? Like, what was kind of the scenario? It sounds like you guys had already known them a little bit, and then it was like, hey, we kind of hit a rocky patch. Is that kind of how it?
Yeah, I mean,
even just you asking this, I can already feel myself tearing up because without Doug and Meg, I don't even know if our family would be whole right now. They were that integral in helping us get back on a good path and save our family. I mean, it was totally a God thing, and they were the exact right people to walk us through this season. They had so much experience just in marriage and loving each other. And we were both in a place to like really listen and implement everything they were telling us. And I just know our family's together in big part to what they did for us. So
it's the hardest thing in life that you will do, to have a good marriage, without a doubt. Out of everything I've ever done or won, or compares nothing to when I'm connected or when our marriage is great. It is the hardest thing to do. So, but it's worth the most. So
even going through everything with Doug and Meg, like if anyone ever asked me the questions, God is what to you? I'm always like, he is always fighting for me. Like, I know God fights for families. I've seen it and experienced it. And so that always helps me. I mean, to go through such a hard time, like, you don't want it to be for nothing. So you want to keep working and making sure that it can be the best it can be, so that like what God's done for us is not in vain. Like, I know he's fighting for our family. If he's fighting that hard for our family, we need to do that too. And I love that this organized kind of mentoring program, because people just don't know who to ask. They don't know who to go to. So the fact that the church is going to pair people up, I feel will encourage people that maybe don't have a lot of connections here. Maybe they don't know who to ask. Maybe they're afraid if they ask somebody, they're going to say no. It's scary to go out and do that. I mean, I remember calling Meg. I was like, oh my goodness, what's she going to say? Like, you know.
Yep. And a lot of the stuff is just common sense. You know, when you first get married, or in the phase of life we're at with kids, you just get away. You focus on the kids, or you focus on other things or work, and you don't focus on your marriage, and you just lose focus of the pursuit of each other, which again, a lot of our mentors and a lot of our friends have kind of reminded us to
yeah, you get busy and you let things slide, and in marriage you can't do that for too long.
I do think that the young people who are just in yourself, who are married right now, I just brought up to Carol, I would have loved to have been proactive on having a mentor. We kind of talked about everyone's usually so busy that you only usually reach out, get a mentor when you're having problems. But I think being proactive in your marriage and already finding these mentors early can save a lot of tears. So
yeah, and we always joke, they just let us get married and just let us loose. Whose idea is that?
It's God's.
That you should be required to have somebody walk alongside of you, because you don't know what you're doing. So yeah, we're both big advocates for mentoring in marriage. Should be required.